Hello ladies, and welcome back to Still Looking Good 58. I am Faith, and as I told you guys last week, I was going to show you something different, and this is it. Many of you know that I have never done a 613, and with this particular wig I decided I wanted to. Now this wig is a new sensational wig from the Sheer Muse Texturized series, and she is called Ronae. This is Ronae, and of course I have her in the color 613. But you know what was inspiring to me is on the back of this care card it says, be your own muse. And so I said, yeah, why not? Let's do this. So she's got what they call inspired cut and color, ear to ear lace. She's got baby hair, and they say she's lightweight, which I would say that she is. I have a 22-inch head, as you guys know, and she is not tight on my head. She has HD lace. They're calling it keep them guessing HD lace, but the interesting thing about this is it's only like an inch. So I've got about an inch here. You know, you really don't have much to work with. About an inch. And so I just put a little bit of powder in there, and of course I utilize the baby hairs. And I'm going to show you guys a video of how I styled her, so why don't we take a look at that and then we'll come back. Ladies, the first thing I want to apologize for is the blurry camera. I had a problem with my lens, and yeah, so it's going to be blurry, so sorry about that. So this has your basic cap construction. You guys know the two combs in the front and the adjustable straps in the back, and this wig also happens to be pretty stretchy. Okay, so as you can see, this wig is kind of a hot mess. I was basically trying to fit the ear tabs around my ears just to see how it was going to fit, and to look at that parting space, which, as I told you, really wasn't much. But they did have nice thin baby hairs on this wig, so that was cool. Now what I'm doing is using my Renutrient Slick Stick on the little piece of part that I did find that I was going to use. So that's what I'm doing here, just kind of getting it ready for the hot comb. So here I just put a little heat on both sides of the part, just to kind of lay it down a little bit so you could see it a little bit better. And I also used the hot comb to make the front a little bit straighter as well. So that was kind of a goal of mine with that, to hot comb. Now I'm using my Triple Take 32 by Redken, which, as you guys know, is one of my favorite hairsprays, to kind of keep all of this hair in place the way I want it. And now I am starting the snipping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up the video so that you guys can see how I cut this hair. So now what I'm doing is I'm using my edge booster in the flavor pineapple, and I am finding those thin baby hairs, which, as I said before, I really like the fact that they were already thinned out. And that's basically it. I'm just making some baby hairs so that I can finish up this styling of this particular wig. So ladies, as you saw, I started snipping her and snipping her, just like, is that your hair, until I got her to look like this. And then I used a lot of hairspray to keep her in place, and I really think she turned out nicely. So let me show you what she looks like in the back. Here she is on the side. Here she is in the back. And then of course this side. So she is supposed to be kind of a messy bedhead look, and she is. She comes in a lot of other colors too. Well, not a lot, but she comes in other colors too. It shows you here she comes in a 350, a 99J, burgundy, red, a dark rooted 27, and a dark rooted 30. So I think she would be really pretty in some of these darker colors as well. But again, I decided to be my own muse, and I chose 613. She is not necessarily silky. I mean, she is silky, but she's got some texture to her, and I guess that's why they call it the Texturized series. But I really do like this wig, and again, once I cut her up, I think she turned out way better than I thought she was going to. I have seen some other people review this wig, and several of them did not cut her. They just moved her around. but I felt like she definitely needs to be cut, and that's kind of why I did it. And I'm glad that I did, because I think that if I get her in another color, I'll definitely be doing the same thing, cutting her. So if you guys are interested in Ronae, I will put the information down in the description section for you. Don't forget to join me next Wednesday, because we're going to do another Wigs and Wisdom Wednesday, and I'm going to be doing some makeup looks that I saw Angela Bright do on her channel. I have mentioned this to you guys in my Instagram, and I did try one of her styles. That's the one that I have on now, and you can kind of see. I used oranges, and I think she used like nude colors or whatever, but there's a couple of other styles on her site that I want to try. And I also want to talk about the do's and don'ts of eye makeup for older women. So we're going to have that discussion next Wednesday. That should be pretty lively. So yeah, don't forget to join me for that. Thank you so much for all of you guys who came to my last two, especially the menopause one. I got a lot of people asking me questions about that one, as well as the exercise video where I also reviewed Herminia. A lot of people talked about that one, so you guys obviously like these. So what you can do is you can give me some suggestions. If you have suggestions on the kinds of things that you would like me to talk about or investigate for you, that will be great, because then we can kind of feel like it's a family affair. So speaking of family, don't forget to tell your mother and your grandma and Aunt Hattie and everybody else, Bessie and everybody else you know, that I am reviewing wigs for older women. We're almost at 4,000. I still think I have a couple of hundred left, and I really appreciate that. But I also appreciate the views. So the more you guys watch me, the better it's going to be for me and you in terms of me being able to bring you more things. So I'm really hoping that you guys will continue to support me as you have in the past. And thank you so much. I also want to tell you that, yeah, if you haven't already heard, still SLG headbands is no longer. I stopped the headband business because I just don't have time to do everything. I mean, I'm a lot of woman, but there's a lot that I can't do, right? So that was one of the things that had to kind of fall by the wayside. But anyway, I may pick it up again later on. I may do some other things, but you know, you guys know me. I'm always thinking of something new to do. So yeah. Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching, and you guys know, as I always say, if you're going to show love to anyone today, please show it to the creator. I'm still looking good, even in the 613, and so are you. See you next time.